my name is Ryan Lane, and welcome to my review channel. So for today's movie, I will be reviewing Hustle, a Netflix original starring Adam Sandler, Ben Foster, and Queen Latifah. Anyway, Adam Sandler stars as Stanley Sugarman, a talent coach for the Philadelphia Sixers, who lately in his life is trying to acquire a coaching job, and so that he doesn't have to travel away from his family with his mother. Well, not his mother, his wife being played by Queen Latifah. Anyway, yeah, and so after being offered an assistant coaching job by his boss, played by Robert Duvall, his boss ends up dying, and he ends up having to answer to his son, Vic, played by Ben Foster. And so he's unfortunately sent back on the talent scouting trip again, where one day by accident he stumbles upon Boa Cruz, played by Juancho Hernan Gomez. Anyway, a construction worker with a love and duty towards his family, who has a temper that is just bubbling below the surface. Now, Boa Cruz and Stanley Sugarman, the characters have great chemistry with each other. Like, Stanley Sugarman takes on a sort of pseudo-father role towards Boa Cruz, and you can see it. Like, Stanley Sugarman takes pity upon this man. You can tell just by how he interacts with him that he's been in his shoes in the past before, and how, like, even when Boa Cruz fails to disclose a very important detail, Sugarman's like, all right, you should have told me, but fine. And here's a gift for you, a gift to help him, be good enough to play for the Sixers. But anyway, it's really good. I like the chemistry. And so most of the film sort of entails Sugarman getting Boa Cruz ready to, simply to play in the NBA. And that involves sort of like going to all these basketball games, essentially. And to do that, well, what else? A training montage to get him ready, or several. But fortunately, the film manages to make these montages bearable thanks to two things. One, the chemistry between Boa Cruz and the Stanley Sugarman. It's really good. There's a lot of funny laughs to be had in these montage scenes, whether it's Sugarman telling Boa Cruz to run fast up a hill, or Sugarman insulting his mom in an effort to get him to keep cool during games, which has mixed results, but Boa Cruz does eventually get better at holding his temper in check during basketball games. And also, another important thing, the film's attention to detail regarding basketball training. For me at least, I don't know much about how basketball players train for games. So to see like sort of the ins and outs, and how like for any given maneuver there will be a whole thing, whether it be like tossing a basketball through a tire hole to learn precision. I really dig that stuff. I really like that. Let's see. Oh yeah, and I guess also the basketball games themselves. They are really fun. Like this film employed a lot of real life basketball players for the film, and it shows. You can tell that they are really good. The film employs quick cuts and a lot of close-ups to really capture the kinetic nature of a basketball game, and it really communicates that very well. So I suppose I do have a few complaints about the movie. One is sort of the plotting in general. It kind of hews a bit closely to the sports film tropes. Like, I was able to predict a few plot points along the way. It wasn't like, all right, come on, we all know what's coming next. It was just like, okay, I can see where this is going. So, however, I will say this. There is one plot point that I predicted that happened way sooner than I expected, and this moment was glorious. It was so hilarious and so unexpected. You will know the moment when you see it, but it was so funny. Also, there's the sister to Vic's character, played by Heidi Gardner. So the film kind of sets her up as being a character who eventually gets into more involved with the company. Well, rather not the company, the game of running the Sixers. But there's kind of the problem. The film sort of neglects to show how she relates, because the film shows her at the very beginning of the film not taking an interest in the game. It shows her like maybe one other time in the first half of the film, and then she pops up right at the very end saying, "Oh yeah, hey, remember me? I'm going to be taking a more active role in the game now." I'm willing to bet that there's some deleted footage that shows her character growth throughout the film, but it's not really present here, and it just sort of makes her character arc feel unearned. Personally, I speculate that this sort of missing footage is possibly due to her being on SNL and her just simply not being available to shoot the footage. And so they're like, "Okay, sir, our release date is coming up soon, and we haven't shot these scenes yet with Heidi Gardner." It's like, when's she available? She is available in, checks notes, 5 months. And the director was like, "Yeah, we could probably get away with that, not including your scene. So, but sir, what about the character? No, just forget. And again, for the most part, if that's the decision they made, it doesn't ruin the film. I think it could have made it better, but it doesn't absolutely derail it. So, with all that in mind, thanks to a great cast, a good amount of humor, and some fun basketball sequences, this film is able to overcome some formulaic plotting. So with all that in mind, I will be giving Hustle 3.5 out of 5 stars. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day.